Paul Harding from Marting, Harding, and Marotti.
Absolutely perfect. Hello, guys.
I know.
Morning.
Martin, Harding,
morning.
and Mazzotti. I didn't forget. Now, Paul, we have one of our favorite people in studio with us, too. Angela Mazzone from Glenn Sanders.
I did just hear that. Hi, Ange. How are you?
And
Do you know Paul?
I do very well.
You
I'm going to
guys,
get to know him a lot better, too, soon.
oh, are you?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I can't talk about it on the air.
oh, okay. Well, tell us a little bit. I'll just tweet it.
I heard the segment. I didn't know he was still going to be there, but I sent him a text, and I said,
You did, Paul.
He is a natural on the radio.
He is.
I think he could be part of that morning show.
I'll tell you what, the stories, I remember one of them. I don't know if Angela will remember this. When we did our breakfast at Glenn Sanders' mansion for Halloween, do you remember the two fairies?
I do.
There were two women dressed as fairies. And after the show was over, they decided to go out onto the porch and have a little fun with each other. And nobody on the staff wanted to interfere.
How about the time we had the guy go into the room with the vice president of GE?
Oh, Paul, let me tell you that story.
Ooh.
That story. We had a couple
It's
of
not good.
we had a couple of drag queens on the show that day.
Yes, we did.
All right. And Jackie Martling was also there.
Yes.
Right.
So we were going to go wake Jackie Martling up.
Right.
And we asked Ellen what Jackie's room number was.
Oh, no.
So Ellen gives us a room number.
I couldn't remember.
It was close.
And you know how you always have to have an answer?
We send the drag queens to the room to wake up Martling. So we thought. They're in full drag. They're banging on the door, banging on the door, banging on the door. And this dude in his underwear opens up the door.
And vice president of GE.
The vice president of GE was there. Ellen got the room number wrong.
My bad.
And you know Angela's reputation.
Stellar. Absolutely.
You know.
These things don't,
Yeah,
right.
these things don't happen.
He's got this
They don't happen.
high-end elite hotel, and he's got drag queens.
Oh, no. Well, I think if it's not a daily, I think maybe a weekly basis. Ange, he's got a lot of free time.
Oh,
He's got a
yeah.
lot of free time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like he's busy or anything.
No.
They had her call me up and remind me to come to the show this morning. I was on the way to work. Lovey goes, "Where are you?" I go, "Where am I supposed to be?"
So, Paul, what's happening in your world?
Well, I find most interesting what's really kind of switched gears completely here. What's going on in the Occupy Albany piece? With the
Yes.
with the whole thing. And I'm just trying to figure out. And I don't know if Cuomo's saying it or just people who just want to get some press talking about bringing a special prosecutor in, the attorney general in to prosecute these cases.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. David Soares has made a decision. He's the prosecutorial arm for Albany County, and that's it. So I've been hearing so much about it, so I actually decided to do something that I don't like to do, which is research. And I really don't see that there is any basis for the Attorney General to come in, any precedent.
Why are they using such strong arm to
Boy.
try to prosecute these protesters?
Looks desperate.
Because Cuomo's not getting his own way.
That's
Live with it.
probably right.
It feels like trouble on both sides. I mean, Soares is doing the right thing, I think, in my opinion,
Me
in
too.
terms of a political move, in terms of just keeping the peace. And what Cuomo's position is, I just don't know. I think maybe he needs to be consistent in Wall Street as well as Albany, which is certainly less of a active-paced demonstration. But no, I think if this thing is going to spring into action and become a problem, it's going to be because of this, because they're not going to do this thing every day. We're going to arrest you. We're going to bring you in, then we're going to, at some point, somebody's going to blink.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone's going to get hurt, and it's going to end up. It's going to end up being tons of lawsuits related to it.
To me, it's kind of like posts. Sometimes you gotta let people just like express themselves and just like leave it alone. Like you can't control everything.
Yeah, but speaking of lawsuits, and I absolutely agree with that. But I understand there may be one brewing at PYX 106. Is that true? I heard some whisper that Lovey.
Yeah. Well, what happened is we had a race down the hallway, and I tripped and fell, and Lovey tripped over me and fell on top of me and hurt her knee.
It's all on video.
Lovey is probably going to sue for physical damage. I'm going to sue for emotional damage. Paul, it's great having you on.
Thank
Martin,
you, Paul.
Harding, and Mazzotti.
1-800-LAW-1010.
1-800-LAW-1010.
Thank you, Lovey. Bye, guys. Bye, Ange.
Love you,
Bye.
Paul.